Right, good morning everybody and welcome back to another edition of Thai Talk with Dan. Now we're currently hardcore into the high season over here in Thailand, and it's a guarantee that guys are going to fall in love on their holidays like they do every single year, especially around Christmas time and the New Year. Today, we've got a story about a guy who is considering leaving his partner to be with a Pattaya bar girl. What could possibly go wrong? Everything.
My phone is broken, my buffalo's sick, my uncle's in the hospital, I'm deep in debt, ain't met one yet.
So without further ado, let's jump in to part one of today's Thailand story. Hey Dan, a quick overview of my current situation. I'm in my 30s and she is in her late 20s, has no children with a Thai man, but has had one child with a foreigner, and guess what? I met her in Pattaya. Now, I have been going to Thailand for many years, and my first time was when I was 20 years old with my half-caste Thai partner and her family, who I am still with to this day. Now, for the last few years, I have been going to Thailand on my own and exploring the scenery and returning home with no strings attached, which my partner is okay with. But on my trip in December 2024, all that changed. It was Christmas Day, and I was in my hotel room with the usual hangover, deciding which Christmas party to attend. I was talking with one of my friends, and we decided to head to the dark side. We arrived about 3 p.m, and it was completely packed with free food and about 200 girls. Now, I was only there for about 15 minutes, and there she was, my future headache. She was with her clique of friends, and it looked like she was hiding from someone crouching down on the ground, to which she still denies to this day. I walked over and asked her to go get us a drink, and about 20 minutes later, she came back with our drinks, and we had a drink. And then about 10 minutes into our drink, she said that she will be back in a minute and drifted back to her friends, who were only about 3 meters away. So I stood up and dragged my bench to their table, and I joined them. I said, if you want me to go, I'll just go. Just tell me. And she said, I want to sit with my friends. So I said, why didn't you just tell me that? Now, I did recognise a couple of them from working in other places beforehand, and one of them knew who I was, which was fine, because I'm not a butterfly. I go to the same places, and I have my group of friends. I don't bar find that often, and I wouldn't say I'm handsome or ugly, but I have had plenty of free aerobics back in my own home country. So anyway, we kept drinking and we got closer to each other. And then when it was time to go, I said that we're going to Soy 6, and her friends joined us. Now, while we were walking down Soy 6 to the bar, they were about 20 meters behind me, seeing which girls would call out my name or come up to me, and none of them did, because they didn't work there anymore. So I got the green tick. And of course, when we got to the bar, everyone knows everyone in Pattaya. And then my friend said to me that I'm safe with her, and I'm still not sure what that means to this very day. So we had a few more drinks, and then it was time to go back to my room. This is what hooked me, line and sinker, and I should not have seen her again after this night. So, while we were doing the deed, she started saying, "Release your soldiers inside my kingdom." To which I did, because she was on the injections. Now, this was true because we went to the clinic together a couple of days later for her next injection. We exchanged line IDs and then off she went back home, to which she messaged me first the next day. We had some small talk and then I asked if I could go to her house, to which she said, "I have to go to the bar to get money for drinks. Do you want to come with me?" So I headed to her house. Now, when I got there, I saw how popular she must be because she lives in her own decent-sized house. So off we went to the bar so she could show her new prize to the rest of her friends inside the bar. We spent the next couple of days together and I was taking her home on my scooter each day so she could get changed and have a shower. While I waited for her downstairs and played with the cat, which has the same name as the nickname as my Johnson, which I told her, and we had a giggle. Now, on the third day of being together, I told her about my relationship back home, to which she didn't say much. And by now, I had figured out that her English is really good, and we just carried on like normal. So, the day after, she was going back to her village for a few days, so we didn't do much that day, just lots of activities. And then that night, we got some food and drinks and her friend came to my room and we just hung out drinking and eating. When it was time for her to go back to her house to see her family, we went downstairs so I could say goodbye. And she said, "Get on and come and meet my parents and my son." Now, I did have a feeling that she was going to ask me. I hesitated for a moment, and then I thought, why not? I jumped on, and off to her house we went. I said hello to her parents, and I played with her son for a bit, and then we all ate some food together, and off she went. I was free, but all I wanted was her. So, it was now New Year's Eve, and it was party time. So off I headed to Soy 6 at about 8 p.m. I went to a bar to see some friends, and then off I was to my regular bar. There was a girl there who liked me because she always pulled faces at me. I ended up having a few drinks with her, and then I organised for her to come back to my room later. Secretly, she was so WET, and I hadn't even touched her yet. It was like a swimming pool, so she must have been interested in me. But after we finished and slept together, I couldn't stop thinking about her and regretted having this one come and see me. Now, she returned back from the village on the 2nd, and then it was back to our routine of taking her home to shower and get ready, and then it was time for me to go back home. So I compensated her 2,000 baht per day for every day that we spent together. Now, there was no talk of how much money I was going to give her, but I felt like that was sufficient enough. While I was at the airport, she started on the change your line photo garbage and love-bombed me when my plane took off, and I lost reception to see the rest of the messages, so I had to wait until I landed back home. Now, since then, I have been back several times this year to see her, and we are going to be together over Christmas this year.
No money, no honey, my love. I love money, I want money, send me money, give me money.
I think that this is a good time to finish part 1 of my story. Please let me know if you guys are interested in part 2. Have I found a diamond or just another vampire? Am I crazy if I leave my partner for a girl from Pattaya? Now, Dan, here is a photo of us together from my first trip for your eyes only. Keep up the good work and cheers. Right, guys, so firstly, I can't share the photo, but I can see she looks like a young kid. For Thai standards, she's not very attractive, but for Falang standards, yeah, she looks small, she looks hot, she's got full of tattoos, she's got fake eyelashes on, she's got the braces on, she's got blonde hair. So, yeah, typical bar girl style. And obviously, she's got to play around with a younger foreigner in his 30s. There's not that much of an age difference. He looks okay. He's not fat or anything or super skinny. He looks absolutely fine. Looks an average type of guy. So she gets to spend time without having some big wildebeest on top of her every night with this guy who's paying 2,000 baht per day, and there's potential for him to be her new supplier of monthly money and to take care of her. So she's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And the fact that this guy is contemplating on leaving his half Thai girlfriend or wife or whatever that he's got a family with to go and be with a bar girl that's tattooed up, a young kid that's just trying to make money, who's got a nice house, by the way. I wonder how she's got that one. It's scary. It's unusual for a girl that looks like this in her 20s to have her own home that's a nice home back in her village, because it's obvious where that home has come from if she's working in a bar. Guys really do lose their heads, and I think what really made this guy lose his head is that the fact that he could, give her his little soldiers and send them to her fairy little kingdom. And I think that spun his head. And it happens a lot. They use the power of aerobics to really get guys to lust after them and to believe that they've fallen in love, but they've not. When you're in a relationship and you've been in a relationship for a long time and you've got kids and stuff, it takes a lot of effort to keep the fire alive and the passion alive in those types of long relationships, especially when kids are involved. And when you've got a hot young thing in her 20s with her legs up in the air saying, "Release your soldiers," yeah, it can make guys' heads spin. And it can make them do anything to keep getting interactions with these women. But to actually leave your family, to leave your missus, and to be with a woman like this, it is absolutely insane. But it happens all the time. And that's where we get a lot of our crash and burn stories on this channel. So guys, if you're interested in part 2 of this story, let us know down in the comments. And after Christmas, I'm sure there is going to be a part 3. Also, what do you think is going to happen to this guy? Let him know. Now, guys, if you've got involved in a situation with a woman here in Thailand, get your story sent into the channel. I spent 4 hours and 30 minutes yesterday, with a subscriber of my channel who spoke to a woman online for quite a few months, come over to Thailand, met her within 30 minutes. He was already having aerobics with her in his hotel, and he's on the monthly payroll for 8,000 baht per month. But he believes that she's a good woman. Yeah, she's almost 50, she's older, etc. But what I tried to get through to this subscriber, and what I try to get through to most guys that get involved with Thai women, is that if you're paying a woman a monthly salary most of these women that are interested in foreigners are going to be with you not out of love, out of the support that you're giving them, but they will treat you like a boyfriend, like a husband. They will show you love and tenderness and caring and all that garbage because they're on the payroll. It's expected. Who's not going to lick your bum if you're giving them a salary to make their lives better? Because life is very tough for a lot of these women that are interested in foreigners. They don't make enough money, guys, yeah? And if a foreigner is going to come and treat them nice and wine and dine them and pay them, and they never have to really put their hands in their pockets, then winner, winner, chicken dinner. It is what it is. Guys, send your stories in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com and we will share them for everyone to hear. Apart from that, guys, look after yourselves, take care of yourselves. I hope everybody's sorted and ready for Christmas. So have a good one. If you don't see any of my videos between now and then, take care and ciao for now. Bye-bye.